Hiya, IR35 again. The Treasury have perceived a tax loss, so they implement IR35, which simply changes the onus of who determines the status, capturing more people into PAYE. That's it, simply. Months ago, though, I spoke of the difference between tax law and employment law and its application in IR35. Tax law will be applied to remove tax on national insurance if you're a deemed employer by the end user. Employment law will be ignored. You will not get any holiday pay, you will not get any pension contributions, neither will you be able to seek sickness benefit. Whilst end users, agencies and umbrella companies have been wrestling with IR35, HMRC have discovered a payment chain or income flow. If they take the fee payer, being the end client, paying a fee to the agent and the agent paying it to the individual, sometimes through an umbrella company, there is an income chain. Now, that income chain had tax law applied to it right at the top end, with the end user deeming the individual inside of IR35. Now, whose responsibility is it to pay the employment costs down that chain? I would postulate that you pass those employment costs right back up the chain to the end user, fee payer, client. The only problem is with this is it jeopardises the very existence of agencies and umbrella companies. I don't think this is what the Treasury had in mind. What they've done in one fell swoop is destroyed the very flexible, very useful and valuable flexible temporary workforce which is used by large businesses today. Now, there's a couple of issues that have been raised very recently, and I'm talking in the last 24 hours, 48 hours, where Section 61V and Regulation 22 have altered slightly, in that there is the possibility to move directly up the payment chain to recover income tax and national insurance, but steps will be taken at each section in the payment chain to discover whether there has been any fraud or any claim made outside of regulations. And it is at that point where tax and national insurance will be recovered. Therefore, it's not necessarily the end client. This, in a sweep, has reduced the risk element to the end user. I don't know how this is going to pan out over the next couple of weeks, but it certainly reduces the risk factor to the end user, fee payer client. There's one other thing that's risen. If we recall the PPI, is this PPI all over again? The blanket decision does not constitute a status determination statement. It is non-specific, it is not directed at the user, and it lacks both reason and due care. So the end users who are using blanket decisions should beware at this stage of being taken to task in the future over money lost by contractors. There's a couple of things I should say in conclusion, and it might help people. I Are you contracting to avoid tax? In which case, go and get a job. Are you contracting for flexible working patterns? In which case, confirm your status. Are you working regularly at one particular client? In which case, you are not a temporary contractor. Are you working flexibly with a mixed portfolio? Strengthen your business to business relationship and credentials, and make sure you've got a compliant SDS in place. It's short, it's half the time of the other two videos, but it's very succinct. There's some important issues. If you need any more information, don't hesitate to contact the office, but we will be very busy over the next couple of weeks trying to unravel this debacle that is called IR35. Thank you.